Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Colorado, take a deep breath. It's not over yet. It's just close to being over. Welcome to the gates of hell. For those of us who've already lived in states that have fallen into the depths of civilian disarmament hell, let us welcome you to the club. We are going to spend some time today talking about Colorado Senate Bill 3, a bill which started as an outright ban on semi-automatic rifles, or what they wanted to call gas-operated semi-automatic rifles, and then morphed into an illegal permitting scheme that will also be used to create an unlawful gun registry. You can't make this stuff up. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about the next state to fall into the depths of gun control hell. Okay, Colorado and the rest of America who wants to learn a lesson from states like Colorado or Washington or just wallow in our misery, we are going to be talking about Senate Bill 3 again today. Now, we've already talked about Senate Bill 3 because this bill has taken on a life of its own. Started off as a Senate bill that would have banned gas-operated semi-automatic firearms, or what we like to call semi-automatic rifles. The bill appeared to be picking up some steam and then suddenly took a left turn when the governor got involved, and apparently they said, well, we'll still sell these to some people, but only the people who then jump through an extensive permitting scheme and then, of course, registers these firearms. So what we're basically done here is we threaten the citizens of Colorado with an outright ban on America's most popular long gun, and then instead the legislature pulled the old switcheroo, and instead they're going to turn it into an unlawful permitting scheme and then probably a gun registry. Now, America, to give you an idea of what the state of Colorado is this close to doing to its citizens, the bill includes semi-automatic rifles, shotguns, and gas-operated pistols that accept detachable magazines can no longer be purchased without jumping through extensive government permitting. Buyers must obtain a new firearm safety course eligibility card through a complex application process that's governed actually by, I believe, the Department of Parks and Wildlife. Applicants must submit to additional background checks beyond what's already required at the point of sale. That's right, with any pre-purchasing permitting scheme, what you really need to do is go through a background check before you can go through a background check. And that's all this bill ends up doing, is creating an unnecessary yet additional background check. County sheriffs are going to have the discretion over who receives approval to exercise their rights. That's right, the bill is so horribly written that it is possible that there is broad discretion given to local officials to decide who deserves to get this and who doesn't. To get approved, you must complete a mandatory training course, either 8 hours, a hunter safety, or a 12-hour, depending on if you have a previous safety card. Of course, all of that not only takes time, but it also costs money. So now you're having to spend money in order to exercise a right. When was the last time we tried that in America? What was that again? Oh, that's right. Oh, and by the way, in order to actually prove yourself worthy to buy one of these firearms on the test that's given at the end of the class, you got to score 90%. I'm pretty certain that the law enforcement officers in your state don't even need to score that on their firearms training. And then, of course, the entire process creates a searchable database of government-approved buyers, which of course establishes an unlawful gun registry in violation of federal law. And then when you take a bigger step back, what's the only reason to have a gun registry? Now, of course, lawmakers in Colorado are saying that this bill is going to save countless lives. Well, let's go back and take a look at all the other states that claim this and have already done it. Is this saving lives in California? Has it saved lives in Illinois or Washington since they recently did it? Have they saved lives in Maryland because of this? No, absolutely not, because none of this has ever been, and nor will it ever be, about saving lives. Just like we always say, gun control is not about the guns, it is about the control. But here's the deal, Colorado. It is passed out of the Senate. It is passed out of the House, and it is now sitting on the governor's desk, which means there is one last Hail Mary pass that can be made here to try to preserve what's left of your otherwise inalienable Second Amendment rights. And that is that all of you need to encourage your governor, Governor Polis, to veto this bill. And you don't have a lot of time to do it. Now, down below in the description box, we're going to link up some petitions that you can get involved in, predominantly through the Rocky Mountain gun owners, which you guys should all be supporting anyways. But listen, any way humanly possible, that you can let your voice be heard by Governor Polis, we encourage you to do that. Because if he signs this bill, Colorado, effective August 1st, 2026, your constitutional right is no longer a right, but rather the government's privilege. Okay, Colorado, it is Senate Bill 3. We'll link it all up down below so that you can geek out on it for yourself. Remember, we will also put down below the petition so you can let your voice be heard to Governor Polis. If you got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, cool. All you got to do is click on that link right there and tell us all about it. If you want to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, the ability to do all of that's down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, America, let's remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.